What is going on, everybody? Happy Saturday afternoon. We'll keep it relatively short and sweet, but it's a 10-7 game right now. Twins are up 10-7 on the Yankees. There are 2 outs in the ninth inning. This was an 7-2 game just 2 innings ago, 3 innings ago. The Yankees came back with 5 runs. It was 8-7. Now it's 10-7. So we'll box score this. I'm going to put this up for you. Okay. Now, there's always a disconnect between this and what we see here. Okay. The app is always different than the website, but for some reason today the website is more thorough than the app. The app doesn't have all the pitchers here for the Yankees. So Nestor Cortez started at 3 and a third innings pitch. He got hit pretty good today. 9 hits, 6 earned runs, 6 strikeouts. So with a 1 walk. And he had 62 pitches. So, we're looking for that next step in progression for him. How does he feel tomorrow, right? After that, we had Clayton Andrews, excuse me, Dennis Santana. 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, clean, 2 strikeouts. And then, Odaner Mescaida, 1 1/3, 3 hits, one run, 3 strikeouts. After that, we had Nick Birdie, 1 inning pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 strikeout. And then we had Dennis Santana, okay. 1 inning pitched, 2 hits, 2 Ks. And then Clayton Andrews, we had after that 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. And then, according to this, Harrison Cohen at 3rd innings pitched, 1 hit. So, and again, still not complete on this end. The game is still not over according to the app here. It's still 10-7 Twins. Now, let's go with the offense here. And as you can see, they never have a complete offense. It's almost like the Yankees are getting no hit every single game. So what I'm going to do is take that off here. Okay, we'll just go out of here. I'm going to look at through the app itself. Okay. And we had box score the offense. Anthony Volpe, 1 for 3. He's batting 400 this spring, so that's good. And then Caleb Durbin, after him, came in, was 1 for 2. Austin Wells, 1 for 3 with another 2-run home run. So he is really putting it together. Shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. Get them likes up, gang, if you don't mind. We always want to try to get as many likes as we possibly can. I'll put this up here, too. We always try to get to 100 or 200 likes if we can possibly do that. Afternoon streams, an afternoon Saturday, so I won't keep you long. But Joe, what's up? Peanuts in the house. Jonathan, yes, indeed. Yeah, Cortez got hit today. But again, we'll see how he recovers tomorrow. I'm more concerned about his health and Rodon's health than anything else right now. I really, really am. So Diver JC's in house. Stephen B is here too. Yes, indeed. All right. Aiden. There he is. Yeah, just bring back Monty. There's a couple other things I want to chat about too. I mean, he's still unsigned. Yes, James Beal Jr. is in the house. Mike Kolinsky, Mike Consigliere, the Prime Minister of Texas, is in the house. How you doing, my friend? Joe, Democracy Matters. Hello. And again, check on NFE. We'll see if NFE comes in. Usually pops in too. Chris Schmidt. And again, we'll talk about trade too, right? With that rotation, I doubt it, Junior. I don't know. They have depth that they didn't have before. They have ready depth that they didn't have before. Will Warren will be up at some point. Clayton Beater, I won't be surprised. Luke Weaver, they brought him in. They have a deeper rotation and deeper depth beyond the rotation than they did last year. The same goes for the bench, and that includes beyond Oswald Peraza. If you haven't heard, he's got a subscapular, which is the front of the shoulder strain. He's going to be out, shut down for 6 to 8 weeks. So it's a big blow to him. I honestly think unfortunately, they blew by the window to maximize him. I would have preferred he'd been the third baseman over Josh Johnson, but that's in the past. Nothing we can do about it now. But don't be surprised if they make a trade. J.D. Davis, I talked about him the other day, from the Giants, was just put on waivers by the Giants about an hour ago. So that might happen. And a couple of other tidbits of information. We'll get to Monty, too. But Ahmed Rosario, shortstop, right? That's a final 10-7, Twins won. So Ahmed Rosario, who signed with the Rays, versatile infielder, He signed a 1-year, $1.5 million contract with the Rays. The Yankees actually offered him $4 million and turned him down, almost 3 times the amount, because the Rays promised him more playing time, and he was not going to be any more than a platoon player for the Yankees. So he wanted to play more. So can't blame him for that. So the Yankees will, I still think they may even bring in 2 bench players. And again, J.D. Davis could be one. And we talked about some folks have brought up Donovan Solano. I brought up Will Myers, and other folks might be available as well for the next couple of weeks. And don't be surprised if the Yankees trade, a Ben Rourke vet and a Ron Marinaccio or something like that for a bench piece for another infielder or something like that to get more bench depth. So, the Yankees could bring in, could have Jordan Groshans or Jahmai Jones here playing on the bench. Okay. And some other Brandon Belt's still available. There's some other bats that are still available out there too. CWE, what's good. So that's what we have in the transactions right now. Now we're hearing loose reporting that Blake Snell strongly prefers to play for the Angels. And my translation to that is maybe the Angels have shown, or Boras has communicated that the Angels are willing to overpay for him. So he's not prioritizing winning. So which we kind of, thought that already. I mean, I think he was pro Yankees because they thought the Yankees were going to be the ones to overpay for him. So, but again, we'll see if he actually signs with the Angels. So, but it sounds like Snell just wants money. And again, he's represented by Scott Boras. So is anybody surprised? I'm not. So that's what we're hearing right now, that he strongly prefers to play for the Angels, who are far away from competing. Luke Weaver's here, Chris Schmidt. He got a start the other day, through a couple innings. He's going to be the swingman for the Yankees, Chris. So he's going to be the guy to help ease in Will Warren, to help ease in, Carlos Rodon back and help, offer protection for Rodon and Nestor Cortez. So I'm with you too, Brian. I don't think – I don't think Snell's going to, not only is he worth 9 years, 270, I don't think he's going to get it either. So, but this is, James, probably why Peraza has been untradeable now. Now it's confirmed. So, I'm not surprised, unfortunately. And again, they could have traded him when he had more value. After he came in, was it 2 seasons ago? He was acquired. He was brought in as a September call-up, and he played well in the postseason. That's when I would have traded him for value, but it is what it is. But I'm with you too. I pass on Snell. I really, really do. So, Yankees, democracy, people have been sent down. Nothing of significance. Let's have a look. I'm going to look at their account right now, and I'll give you. I'll always share that information on the channel itself. But in terms of roster transactions, Nothing yet. Nothing to report today, democracy. Nothing. So, hey, Michael Ryan, what's good? But I do agree. Snell's busted. So, I agree. I don't think Trevor Bauer is going to happen, Joe. I don't think anybody's going to try him for a year because of the baggage that's going to come with it. Unfortunately, I can't see any team signing him. Obviously it would be cheaper than Snell, but it would be a bigger headache than Snell. Now that leaves Jordan Montgomery, who's now folks are saying, are the Yankees going to hop back into this? Now, I don't know. He would cost less than Snell. I don't think, the appetite is there to pay double for him because that's what it would cost, but he doesn't come with 2 draft picks in international money. He's not tied to a QO. Plus, he only has less than 3 weeks to get ready for a season. So he's either going to have an abbreviated spring or an abbreviated season. One way or another, the options suck for Jordan Montgomery. And he's also represented by Scott Boras. So we'll see what happens there. We really will see what happens. I'm not ruling out the Giants either for Blake Snell. So, they are definitely closer to competing on the West Coast than the Angels are. So I would not be surprised. Yeah, I mean, this is, Snell kind of shaky contract this year. Yeah, I mean, it's Strasburg, Sale, and Boston. Yeah, I know exactly. I mean, Boston already traded Sale to the Braves. Strasburg is done for his career, most likely. Giolito's gone for the year. So it's just, and Snell is just, he hasn't put together 2 consecutive good years, and that's a problem. Especially want that type of money, forget it. So, work out something for Cease and Moncada. Well, they're asking for Spencer Jones. They initially asked for Spencer Jones and Dominguez for Cease alone. Cease and Moncada would cost an absolute fortune. What would you give for them, for those two guys, Chris? I would not give Spencer Jones for either one of them. But who would you give? I want to know. Yeah, Monty's asking for 7 years. That was reporting last night. And I don't think Boston's going to bite on 7 years. They had a Zoom about, CWA, they are making more moves. They have to. So they need to make another move or two to fill out their bench. They will be making moves. They might not be flashy moves, but they're still going to make moves. Excuse me. They don't need to be flashy moves. Yes, the Yankees next have money coming off the books next couple of years. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know how long money would cost twice. He may just cost twice this year, Chris. That still remains to be seen. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, Laura Cook, how are you? What is good, Laura? Yeah, I heard that's the reporting that Montgomery wants 7 years. We don't know if it's going to be an impactful move. Sexy moves aren't the only moves that are impactful moves. It's the small moves that can be impactful too. So, I'm not passing any judgment on any moves when it comes to that type of stuff. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, Will Warren, I can see come up like the late May, early June, just because they'll get an extra year of service time after May 15th. So I don't see him coming up prior to that. We got 35 likes. Let's try to get to 100 likes, game. We got 90 people in here. Smash those thumbs up. Really, please. I greatly appreciate it. All good over here, Laura Cook. What's good with you? Another Stanton. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Stanton does this year. We'll see how he does this year. I mean, not a lot. A couple guys are not hitting. Judge is not really hitting either. So it's not only Stanton. Montgomery's like 3 games over, fine. Because how he performed in the postseason. Plus, he also throws innings. He's durable, and that's what gets big value nowadays. He doesn't need to be, have a massive games over 500. Unfortunately, that's just the way that it is right now. So, Will Myers on a minor league deal. I could see Will Myers. Will Myers plays infield and outfield, so that's why I mentioned him the other day, Donnie, and his versatility will come in handy here. But now that J.D. Davis is now on waivers, so we'll see if anybody picks him up. I'd be surprised if he didn't get claimed off waivers. I'd be really surprised. But yeah, smack you that like button, Chris Schmidt, exactly. Smack you that like. But yeah, Montgomery, I think, would be a more reliable option for the Yankees than Snell would be. But he's still going to cost a lot of money. And I don't think the Yankees are going to give him 7 years either. He might get 5. So, Will Myers, I could see being an underrated pickup. Brandon Belt, too. And the Solano, again, another infielder, because Oswaldo Cabrera, I don't think has done enough to justify being here. And again, I would keep him down to AAA, let him play and develop regularly. As some of these other guys, like Yorbit Vivas, I would have him playing regularly in AAA so he can continue to develop. So that way, if they do want to call him up later, he's got regular playing time. As Oswald Peraza, when he comes back healthy, he needs regular playing time too. So these guys need to be playing consistently. But J.D. Davis, I could see. That would be a nice. They're shutting down Peraza right now, 8 for 6 to 8 weeks. So, and then they'll reevaluate. And then they'd have to ramp him up probably for another 4 to 6 weeks. So he's going to be out for 7 months, Peraza. That's a given right off the bat. So smack that like button, gang. We have almost 100 people in here. Let's try to get to 100 likes if we can, as quickly as we possibly can. So I thank you. The difference between putting waivers and DFA. So if you put somebody on waivers, James, and a team claims them, then that team picks up their salary. Okay? If you DFA somebody, then they're designated for assignment, they can go to the minors. They don't necessarily have to be picked up on waivers. Okay? If they clear waivers, you can bring them back in their team. But picking somebody up off on waivers mean they're assuming their salary. That's how Justin Verlander got picked up by the Astros. He was put on waivers at the waiver deadline, and they picked him up off waivers from the Tigers, and they assumed his salary, and he helped them win the World Series. So, yeah, Cortez was terrible today. So, 9 hits, 6 runs in 3 1/3 innings pitched Italian Eddie. It was not good. It was not good today. But he threw 62 pitches, so we'll see if he's going to continue to recover and be healthy. So that's the key for him. So yeah, Trevino plays his first game tomorrow. He's scheduled to play his first game at catcher, and again, we'll see. He had a calf strain for several weeks. So, but Austin Wells has been playing extremely well. So I like the way he's been developing and improving. I really do. He's got a better bat than Trevino too. But Trevino's no doubt, and Trevino's an elite infielder. I mean, an elite catcher defensively. There's no doubt about that. So, I don't remember if Montgomery showed up, Boone. I don't remember that, Pina. I'm not sure, in all honesty. Yeah, he had 6 strikeouts, but he got 6 runs, 9 hits, yeah. I wouldn't give Montgomery $28 million per year. Maybe 5 years, 100. $20 million per year, maybe. It's not worth $28 million per year. Snell's not worth $28 million per year. So, opt out after a third year, maybe. Then, something like that. But Chris, I would just lower the AAV on the 5-year deal for him. That's what I would do. They might trade for a start at the deadline. I'm not sure, CWE. We'll see. What pitching is available? We don't know, Michael. I mean, we don't know if Dylan Cease is available. We don't know. We have no idea. 52 likes. All right, keep hitting that like button, gang. Let's try to get to 100 likes. 20 per. I would not go 28 per for Monty. I would go 20 for Monty. So, yeah, I'm not cool with them spending $56 million on Monty. There's no way. I mean, 20 is still 40. I'm not in support of that either, but that's what it's going to cost, unfortunately. I don't see Monty getting a 7-year deal. I don't see Snell getting a 7-year. I'd be surprised. I mean, Snell has a better chance because he won the Cy Young, but that doesn't guarantee him 7 years either. I think Boras kind of, he misplayed the market as it pertains to these two guys. He really did. So, no, they're not going to have enough time to prepare for the season. They're going to have to eat into the season in order to have a full spring, CWE. So either way, they're choosing between 2 crappy options, an abbreviated spring or an abbreviated season. And Snell's going to have to keep, Boras is going to have to keep that in mind when he wants a big contract. You're going to have to pay for an abbreviated season now, not a full season. Period. You know what I mean? Warren could be, yeah, I mean, I think Warren will be up probably in late May or early June. Warren and Clayton Beater could make the team out of the spring. So he could make it in the bullpen for all we know. I think if anybody makes the team out of the spring, it's Beater, not Warren, because of the extra year of service time that would come with Warren staying in AAA until May 15th. So that's sick. Yeah, I mean, it could. It could, Chris. We'll see what happens. They might not sign until midseason. You could be right too, Steven. They might not sign until midseason, which isn't going to help them. It really isn't going to help them. But that's what Boras does. He drags out free agency, right? Unfortunately. So doesn't really help his clients. I mean, JD Martinez is still not signed. Good bat. Mike Clevenger's got Matt Blake ties, but I don't think Clevenger will sign. He's probably gonna cost $8 to $10 million. I don't think is he gonna bring much more value than Will Warren? I doubt it. So Lorenzen, I don't know. Lorenzen's apparently looking for a 2-year deal, but is Lorenzen gonna bring much more value than Will Warren? I don't know. Not at the money he's gonna cost. So that's the other part. Cole, Rodon, Cortez, Stroman, Schmidt. Yeah, I mean, and Monty. Yeah, if you had Monty that group, then that's a pretty darn good group right there. So 5 years, $120 million. That's 24 per year. So 24 per year, which is still almost $50 million a year. It's too much. I wouldn't go more than 20 for Monty personally, but I don't work for the Yankees. I don't own the Yankees. So, and Nugget, come over here, buddy. Come here, Nugget. Over here. Stay out of there, please. Watching my little baby daughter here. Yeah, exactly. Cole's the only pitcher I would give that much money for. He's only played like justifies that type of money. I mean, Zach Wheeler got $42 million per year from the Phillies the other day, but it's only a 3-year deal, 3-year extension. So, can't complain. Yeah, JD Martinez, he has get interested by the Marlins. I don't know if the Marlins will be willing to pay what he might cost, but you never know. I mean, it's better. He's older. He said he might get him on a 1-year deal instead of giving some crazy contract long term for some expensive player. So, it's I mean, at this point, and I'm not going to overpay for somebody who's not even going to have a full season. Hell no, no. Monty, if you can get Monty for what Stroman makes, sign me up for that, Michael. Yeah, Rodon definitely needs to. I do think he will improve. I mean, we need to see a step forward from him again. Just like Nestor Cortez, both of them need to come out of their games healthy, feeling good, so they can continue to increase their pitch count. Again, this is just preseason right now. Spring training. There's a lot of pitchers who don't have a pretty stats in spring training. But they'll be fine for the major leagues, the regular season. So 58 likes. We need 42 more likes to get to 100. We got over 100 people in here. Smash that thumbs up, please, if you don't mind. Again, hit the likey button, please. It's always helpful to the live stream. That's why I ask. And it's greatly appreciated. So Billy Branch Clemens is here. We got a couple of made men from Texas. We got Joel the Consiglietti, Clemenza here too. Texas has got a lot of made men from Texas in here, man. I love it. Game of chicken at board. Yeah, he does play this game of chicken. Unfortunately, he still has 3 of his guys unsigned. Teams are not going to be complying with his demands more as often as they did before. Yeah. I wouldn't. I mean, if I'm going to offer him 20 this year, I'm just going to offer him 20 straight. I wouldn't increase it at all, Montgomery, personally, but that's just me. The first year would have to be prorated, but I still think 25 is too much for Jordan Montgomery. Even though he's shown to be this year a stud in the postseason. So, do I think Dennis Santana makes our bullpen? Probably not. Probably not before Nick Birdie, not before Clayton Beater, but you never know. You never know. Yeah, I'm saying Monty's shown frustration over the last week about not being signed. Apparently, we're hearing that Snell might be voicing the same frustration too. But yeah, those guys can go with any agent and they'll get paid. It's not going to be this type of circus as it usually is with Scott Boras, But again, people could be against it, owners can be against it, and GMs can be against it. But if players are for it, then they can't complain about not being signed yet or not playing, because if they want the big money. So we'll see what happens. Could be a good lesson for Soto. Yeah, but if Soto has a generational season, he's going to get paid no matter what. There's no doubt about it. But again, I don't see. Yeah. I don't see the point. I don't see the point with him going to the Mets. For what? Why would he go to the Mets? Right? Vastly inferior team. Fritz, what's good? Frederick, what's good? No, they're easing in Tommy Kingley Aiden. So they announced that the other day, easing him in. Now probably not going to pitch any games this spring. They're going to ease him in because he had a shoulder problem last season. So, and they don't need to rush him right now. Just going to ease him in, make sure he's healthy. So Warwicker could, but I don't see him making it yet. But I could see Birdie and Beater or Birdie and Santana. I don't know if Warwicker's ready yet, but he's got a good slider. No doubt about that. No. Yeah, well, exactly, William. I mean, I think it's important to remember that if they were that good, they'd be signed already. In all honesty. Spencer Jones looks like a superstar. Yep. Spencer Jones is like a superstar. The morning of Snell may go to let him go to the Dodgers, Frederick. I mean, they've already added 3 pitchers. I can't see it happening, but let him go to the Dodgers if that's the case. Yeah, bye. He said 2 opportunities to come to the Yankees, and he turned them both down. So I'm done with Snell. And not so, I don't. Do I think he's not a nice guy? No, he's probably a nice guy, but it's just a situation that he's in now, right? So, Julio's a good question. How come players don't represent themselves any longer? It's a great question. I mean, you have, you know, agents who are better positioned because they're attorneys to deal with the ins and outs of the contract, whereas players who could be desperate just want to play will take a lower deal, and they'll get taken advantage of by certain teams. Not every team, but that's why they have the lawyers there to do the dirty work for them, the agents to do the dirty work for them. Julio, that's the only thing I can think of. It's a good question though. Yeah, and stay in Southern Cal. Exactly. I mean, just this talks about him strongly preferring the Angels now, which clearly shows that he prefers the money and he thinks the Angels are going to be the team to overpay him, but instead of winning. But it is what it is. Let him go right ahead. Go right ahead. You know, and it's a whole bunch of them. Democracy. Yeah. Yep. They got a lot of young prospects. Excuse me. A lot of young prospects on the pitching side and the offensive side. So they are well set up for the future. Yankees, and this is the first time that they've been this way for a in a long time, which is really really good. So, do I think Start? You know how I feel, Jonathan, about Cortez. I never said he should still be in starter. I've been pushing for him to be in long relief for the last 2 years. You know, for the last 2 years. No, but that's just me. Yeah, exactly, Gary. Thank you, man. The MRI machine. Yeah, I mean, oh man. Well, the MRI, came up with this subscapular injury for Oswald Praza. You know, Angel, what's good, baby? Anybody has to smack that like button? Yeah, smack that like button. Let's get him up. Let's get him up over 100 if we can. Oh, exactly. Oswaldo Cabrera is playing himself on the screen. You got them right. You got that right. Playing himself on the screen's roster, and this is why I think the Yankees are looking for 2 bench pieces instead of 1. I really do. No. Did I hear about Hector's today? Light up. The what, Frederick? What do you mean, Frederick? I want to make sure I understand. 68 likes. We need to get those likes up over 100, gang. Anybody hasn't hit that thumbs up, just click that thumbs up, please. I think Beater would be a solid bullpen piece. He can also go multiple innings. He could spot start. So I think he would be a solid piece. Democracy, I'm with you there. Exactly, Billy. Exactly, Clemenza. How bad do you want to play this year? Yeah, that's right, man. Right? You're really gonna hold out for that much more. Like how $28 million was not enough for Blake Snell. I'm ready for the season to start too, CWA. I'm with you too, man. Stroman. Yeah, but if we could trade for Cease without giving up Spencer Jones, I would consider it. Cease is not worth giving up Spencer Jones. So, yeah. And this, I mean, the roster hasn't been pared down a lot, so we're going to see a lot of Yankees that we're not normally used to. CWA. So this is part of the spring training that just, and then they'll start putting together a lineup that's going to look closer to what we're going to see in opening day over time. And we're getting, bits and pieces of it here every other game, every third game and stuff. But I'm really curious to see what the opening day lineup's going to look like. I'm really curious. Yeah, but Oswaldo Cabrera, it seems as if he's regressed significantly over the last 2 years, unfortunately, which stinks. No. Runs in the 4th inning by Hicks. Oh, yeah, I heard, Frederick. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Pull it up and look right now. Mm-hmm. Where is it? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? But yeah, I mean, this is the, you know, this is the part of the spring that we're like wondering, why is some of these guys not cut yet, right? Why are some of them still here? And it's pretty clear that the Yankees are still looking to see what the right pieces are going to be for the bench, and trying to finalize the last one or two spots on the bullpen. There's really they don't see any reason for them to go out and overpay for somebody at this point. I get that too. You know, imagine being able to say 28 million. It's not, well, exactly, democracy. Exactly. Somebody saying 28 million a year is not enough. It's like crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, he's had to settle for Matt Chapman, a lower deal. He's had to settle for a lower deal for Cody Bellinger. He's going to have to settle for a lower deal on Snell and Montgomery, too, and more than likely JD Martinez. But he's older. He may only get a one-year deal anyway. So I wouldn't worry about him too much. No. And again, spring training is spring training. This isn't a regular season yet, so. Monty from World Series champion. I know it's crazy, Sean, isn't it? And Snell from Cy Young Award winner to unemployed. Like, what the fuck? It's the Scott Boras effect, unfortunately. Yeah. Angel, I don't know. I don't even know if the Yankees have made an offer to Montgomery. I don't know. Yeah. Yankees' best lineup would have Trent Grisham in center field and Judge or Soto. Alternating between right field and DH. Stanton looks good. Yeah, I mean, don't be surprised if they, if that happens with Stanton, if he just doesn't have it and, they move on without him. Don't be surprised. That's how I know. I get it, and democracy. I totally get it. Freaking nuts. Freaking nuts. Yeah. I remember in one of the Knicks players, Latrell Sprewell, a bunch of years ago, he's like, how am I supposed to feed my family on only $11 million a year? I'm like, really? I feed mine on under $1 million a year. You can feed them on 11. Like, let's be real. Those are the type of tone deaf, ignorant, statements and comments that are just like 11 million a year and you can't feed your family. Let's be real here. Lou Nestor was not good today. 3 1/3, 9 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, 6 strikeouts. He got hit pretty good today, Lou. But he threw 62 pitches, and the key is, how does he feel tomorrow? Is he going to feel good tomorrow? Is he going to feel recovered tomorrow? We don't know yet. We'll see. But all in all, he was not great. Not great. So the Joey Votto deal, Sean, yeah, with Toronto Blue Jays. He's from Toronto originally, so I'm not surprised he went back. He's 40 years old, so it'll give him maybe some good offensive depth and protection there in Toronto. And they got Daniel Vogel back. But Votto's probably a borderline Hall of Famer, so gives him some more offensive production. And he still can draw the walk and get on base no matter what. So, it'd be a nice under-the-radar addition. It's a minor league deal, so he's not on their 40 million either, but it'd be a nice under-the-radar addition. We'll see what they do in another starter. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, Michael, at this point to just ridiculously overpay for a starter just to have an extra starter. So DJ's fine right now, Jonathan. I think DJ's fine. Yeah, and this, I mean, I get it, Aiden. I get it. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I mean, DJ showed he had that really, really good opposite field double yesterday. Madison, please. Madison, Nugget, stop, please. So he looked pretty good. Judge looks more lost than DJ does, unfortunately. And again, keep in mind with Stanton's stats, he's only struck out twice this offseason, which is a heck of a lot better. He's hit the ball hard a bunch of times, but he just put the ball's just found a glove, right? Brandon Belt's still available too, Daniel. Yeah, Brandon Belt, Will Myers, got Donovan Solano, now J.D. Davis, got put on waivers by the Giants about 2 hours ago, an hour and a half ago. And let's see if anything else has happened. I'm going to look it up right now. MLBTradeRumors.com. Yeah. Yeah, JD Davis on waivers. And he's scheduled to make, I think, maybe $5 million or $6 million this year. So, it would still be $12 million or something like that. Bumgarner is a free agent too. Yes, he is. But he's almost like a shell of his former self. I think Davis would be a decent pickup, but he would be expensive. Yeah. Yankees sent the catcher to Double-A after the game today. Let me see, James. Let me take a look at their roster move now. I will take a look. Hang on. Let's take a look. Following today's game, the Yankees optioned Augustin Ramirez to Double-A Somerset. Yep. Good call. Thank you for the intel. Augustin Ramirez, catcher. So one of their catchers sent down. I do think Ben Workvett's probably the most likely guy to be odd man out, likely guy to be traded, because I do think it's going to be Austin Wells and Jose Trevino. So don't be surprised if they moved, what do you call it? They move Workvett in a trade. Sean, it was 10-7, Twins. I'm not sure if Volpe's ready to lead off yet. I do think Volpe will be better positioned to lead off in the next year or two, but I think they're going to transition him to Volpe at some point. But again, Volpe's showing us a more disciplined approach, better swing. So, would he be a better leadoff hitter? Probably. He can run better than DJ too. So, if they would I be surprised if they let him off? No, I would not be surprised at all. I really wouldn't. No. Yeah. And Dominguez is it off? Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's possible too. Steven. Mm-hmm. And I talked about this the other day too, with like Dane Huber and a couple of folks, NFE and Mikey Mazza. Maybe they'll platoon DJ and Verdugo at leadoff until Volpe's ready, like DJ versus lefties, and Verdugo versus righties, so something like that. And whoever doesn't lead off probably bats 6th or 7th or something like that in the bottom third of the lineup. How many regulars played today, Wink? Let's see, one. Let's say one. Yeah, one, maybe two. One, maybe two. Wink. No. What do I think about Wyatt Frederick? Mm-hmm. Carlos Narvaez and Luis Torrens would be a nice catching tandem for screen. Yeah, I mean, you would think so. You would think so. If you can get IFA money for Workvet, you do it. They moved Billy McKinney for IFA money, and they can get some more IFA money moving forward for Workvet and guys like that. You do it. You can do it. So, Workvet I could see being moved. Marinaccio maybe. Nick Ramirez. Who else? I don't know. I mean, Ian Hamilton's going to be a shoe into the bullpen. Tommy Kahnle could get moved, but I think they're going to find out if he's healthy first. I think more would be a deadline move, if anything. Let's see, Ian Hamilton. Some of these other guys will be main shoe-ins for the bullpen. There's no doubt about it. Cabrera might. I don't know, Jonathan. I really don't know. Cabrera hasn't really shown us enough. I mean, if they do, they do. But I wouldn't be surprised if they brought in 2 bench pieces. I really don't. Ben Workvet does not have options. Yes, that's right. Yep. been worth it. Not have options. No. Yep. Yep. Vivas also, I mean, maybe, but again, he's not going to be a bench player, Jonathan. He's got to play regularly. In order, if he's going to be in a position to replace Torres, if that's the plan, he needs to play regularly. Sitting on the bench and playing once a week is not going to help him develop. Just like it's not going to help Oswaldo, it's not going to help Peraza. That's why they're looking. I think they're looking for veteran players who can still perform, who might be a little bit older, but still can still perform whether they're playing full time or part time. And these young guys need to play regularly. Vivas he needs to play regularly. So I can't see Vivas on them personally, but I mean, yeah, I could be wrong too. I would like to see him, but I think he'd be better here playing regularly. I honestly do that. I do think that. Vivas again. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll wrap this up in a minute to keep you on my little daughter's fired up. But that's what happened today. I mean that's Nestor Cortez did not look good. So I'm working on I'm finalizing merch, David. Finalizing, and I've asked for people like what exactly what type of merch do folks want? T-shirts, skull caps, baseball caps, like any insight, folks? Cleveland needs outfielders. We need Bieber. I mean, Everson Pereira for Shane Bieber would be a nice trade. Michael? I mean, that's definitely something I would consider. Yep. On our own way, Davis that could hit the ball. Yeah. We had our own way, Davis. Yeah. They can hit the ball. I know. See me. Yeah, exactly. Hoodies. Okay. T-shirts. I'll work on hoodies. T-shirts I know we're going to have. I think we're going caps. We're going skull caps. But I will talk to my partner, Jeff. And I'll see if I can make hoodies possible too. I'd love to get the stuff for you. I want to, I know we just changed product to a better quality product for the merch. So it's not like this cheap polyester, cheap cotton. So the product itself is going to feel better. It's going to be nicer. So I know we just made a change and now we upgraded the product. I want to make sure that we launch this thing right, David. So I appreciate your patience. Assassin Squad, Judge, Soto, Verdugo, Stanton. I mean, that would be nice. Love to get like a Soto and Judge, some type of shirt too. Yeah, Death Star lineup. Oh, I like that. I like it. I like it, gang. I like it. I'm digging it. Oh man, it's fantastic. All right, well that's good insight, and thank you for sharing it. But I will let you go, gang. Saturday afternoon. Go enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be back here tomorrow if the Yankees play. Let's find out who they play tomorrow here before we wrap up, so we know. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Tomorrow, Yankees play the Braves tomorrow in Tampa, 1:05 p.m. Clark Schmidt's on the mound tomorrow against AJ Smith Shawver. So, Jason Hickman, welcome to the 161, my friend. Welcome to the 161. Welcome. Thank you, Stephen B. But have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy. I'll be back tomorrow, post-game live tomorrow as well. So, but enjoy your rest of your Saturday, and peace and love to all. Yankees dropped to 10-7. Nestor Cortez got hit hard today, but we'll see how he feels tomorrow. And bright spot today, Austin Wells 2-run shot. His bat is looking good. Looking really, really, really good. But, of course, Daniel, I'm going to continue to give you daily updates on everything. Sexy moves, not sexy moves, and everything else. So, Jason Hickman, we're all good. We'll wrap it up now, but welcome to the family, brother. And Come and join us for every live stream if you can. Okay. And again, ball caps. We'll work on ball caps too. All right. Yeah, go enjoy your Saturday nights, gang. But yeah, the Yankees dropped at 7-7, 10-7. Nestor Cortez, not bright spot. Austin Wells, the bright spot. So I'll keep you updated. Peace and love to all of yous. See y'all tomorrow.